All right. All right. Let's see. Let me just. Hello. Hello, world. Hello, everyone. Um, this is the making of a Bewitching Woods. Um, please do welcome our special guests. Please do welcome our special guests. Oh, that is not the window I meant to. Hello. Hello, trainer. Please welcome our special guests, Moss and Pigment. Say hello, you guys, and hello, trainer. Nice to have you
Hi.
here.
Hello.
Now, yeah, so let me not, let me just not stream this specific window. Don't worry, guys. We have had worse technical difficulties on stream, as you know. There we go. All right. So, let's see. I sent out the link on Twitter and on Discord and stuff. People should be joining very soon. In the meantime, though, how y'all doing? Y'all, excited?
Very excited.
Epic.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Nice to talk to you for the first time, too.
Yeah, very nice to talk to you, too. Thank you. Thank you, Pigment. So, y'all already know, like, the basic sort of setup of the rules and stuff. I'm assuming. Moss, if you
Yeah,
haven't...
I quickly read through the
Yeah.
documents.
Okay. Yeah, I'm reeling from League toxicity, but I'm excited. Understandable. League is just a big old vat of nuclear waste. In my humble opinion. But yeah, y'all know, like Moss, did you kind of skim over the basic rules and stuff? If not, that's okay. It's not a terribly complicated game to explain.
I've skimmed. Skim is a very light word to put it. Yeah. I'm pretty unprepared, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's...
Where can I see the rules?
Okay. Let me copy the link, and send it to y'all in this particular chat room. So that way, it's just like, you guys have instant premium access to it, alright? So yeah.
Yeah.
The basic sort of idea is that it's entirely a D6 system. Basically how it works, just like you have your pool, which is that we can't stop drinking from. I don't know. The trainer is very funny. I think y'all will really come to like him and his contributions. He's always a very cool guy to have on stream. But anyway, the idea is you have a pool, which is like a sort of limited resource that you replenish by resting. And with that pool, you can make dice rolls that add to your stats, basically. Yeah. That's like... So like, you see kind of the example here. The heavy rock. Your strength stat is 12, your character can do it, versus a DC of 10. If your strength is 8, you gotta roll 1d6. If you roll 1, then you're not able to, yada yada yada. That all makes sense, more or less?
Yeah, it makes sense to me. It seems pretty straightforward.
Alright, cool. So the stuff I didn't write in there yet, that I still gotta write in there, is specifically the mechanics like surrounding movement, everyone's base movement is 5 in combat, and like eating food just recovers health, you know. So I gotta, and like sometimes give you stat boosts. I gotta figure out food and other items. But yeah, and then like there's also some other ancillary stuff like familiars that I gotta figure out a little bit. But needless to say, I really do want to flesh out the familiar system in particular. But for now, I gotta make like a couple more traits. I think more or less on equipment, like I'm kind of good, you know, like for just a basic sort of character creation. Um, then of course for monsters, I want to have a little representation from like each type. Um, so yeah, what? Let me just hold on. Let me just type out some of the types we got for monsters. Obviously, and if y'all think of any, I'd be happy to add them, by the way. Like, if y'all think of anything over the course of this stream, I'd be happy to add it, given it's within reason. That's kind of the whole point of having you guys, is just sharing ideas and stuff. Abominations?
That's a great idea.
That is a great idea. So, we got abominations, mutants. Neither of those were things I thought of. Both of them are great. I want both of them.
What about mechs?
Automatons, I think I would call them. But in this particular setting. But I love the idea of robots.
There's ghost and stuff, so like what about like ethereal?
Yeah. Let's see. Undead, obviously. I misspelled that. Then non-negotiable.
Ooh. Gotta have dinosaurs.
No, absolutely. There is not a complete game on God's green earth without dinosaurs. Insects, also not a bad idea. But yeah, like, man, I mean, can you think of a single game that is good that doesn't have dinosaurs? I can't.
No, not from the top of my
Chrono
head.
Trigger, dinosaurs.
No, not.
You know, Mario, dinosaurs. You know, Barney on DS, Hotline Miami. I'm sorry, there are no dinosaurs in that. I cannot get behind that. I cannot get behind a game that lacks the essential gameplay feature of dinosaurs. You know? It's just not kosher. But, in all seriousness, I do love Hotline Miami. It's a very good game. So yeah, oh yeah, I almost forgot demons. Man in the chicken mask? Well, I mean, yeah, the chicken mask does look pretty cool, I'll admit. So yeah, I feel like this is as good a place as any to start with all these enemy types. My real question, right? My real question is that we kind of, like for you guys and for you in chat, we do have like kind of a clear distinction between undead and ethereal, I think, you know? Which is like, correct me if I'm wrong, Pigment, but undead are kind of like fleshy and like physical, like their bodies have been reanimated, and ethereal is more like a spirit, a ghost, something that's not physical, something that's more supernatural. What separates abominations and demons?
I feel like abominations might be like, well, when I think of abomination, I think of like maybe two creatures mashed into one being.
Oh. I thought there'd be human enemies calling them humans and stuff. Seems kind of like it doesn't make sense to call them mortals. Yes, I added mortals. Thank you, trainer. Yeah, that does actually make sense. Like, So, like, abominations. Yeah? Go on.
With the abomination thing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm eager to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, like I feel like a demon is its own entity, but you could have like a demon angel abomination. Like a demon mixed with an angel would be an abomination. I don't know. If that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. I kind of love that. That
Nice.
said, I would consider, like just for the sake of clarity, I would consider renaming them chimeras.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, just, again, for the sake of, like, understandability, comprehensiveness, I guess. Since I view abominations to be mashed together and man created something, mutants may be redundant. Yeah. It does kind of make sense. I think besides we have plenty of stuff to work with all these. Like we got tons. We got tons to work with.
With the mutant thing.
Yeah?
Did you? I think of like Fallout, in where it's like radiation has like caused it to just deform. But I feel like mutant still kind of.
Mutant does kind of like distinguish itself from that a little bit in that way. Moss, what's your kind of take on the mutant versus chimera debate?
Mutant is forced evolution.
Okay. But, like, should they be separate? Wait, Eldritch? Eldritch is not a bad idea. No, yeah, but what we're kind of asking here is, like, should mutants be considered separate from chimeras? Just as an overall enemy type.
Oh, that's a hard one. Because it's gonna be, I guess, if you're gonna be like really specific with, it's not two things mashed together and it's like a forced evolution kind of thing. Yeah.
Well, maybe it depends on how they become what they are.
Yes.
Maybe, though. Like, the one thing that kind of gives me pause about, like, making them separate categories is, like, I can't really imagine what would cause something to be, like, unauspiciously combined with something else. Other than, like, some sort of mortal meddling in supernatural affairs.
Yeah, like Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So for now, I think I'm just gonna keep chimeras. That said, mad science, magic gone wild, hell yeah. That is totally a thing you can do in this game. Let's see. The Eldritch idea.
I love me some Eldritch horror.
Hell yeah. I love me some Eldritch horror that's, like, not actually scary. Like that's kind of a general theme for this project is like kind of fun, silly,
Yeah, the
spooky
spoopy.
horror. Yeah, exactly. Elemental. That's not a bad idea either. God, y'all are just so full of good ideas, and it makes my life so much harder. Thank you. Like a serious, non-sarcastic thank you. I like this. It's hard, but I really enjoy it. um. Anyway, Dragon Quest, I'm guessing, is the design idea. Sort of, yeah. I haven't played much Dragon Quest. I know that it's very good. Oh, cute monsters. I mean, oh yeah, more or less. More or less, it's like sort of monsters that have like a certain level of just appeal in their designs, you know? Like, I don't know if y'all saw. Y'all probably saw at some point, but I like to bring it up any chance I get. Uh this drawing I did with like the bat squatch. Can y'all see it? Am I holding it up to the camera? Yes.
The one that you posted to the
Yes.
Discord, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that one
Masu.
is super cute.
Thank you. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
kind
can't
of.
see it. Hold
Oh.
on.
Yeah, the general vibe I want to go for with the monsters is just like, it's nice me likey. Thank you, trainer.
No.
Yeah, the general vibe I want to go for with these monsters is like this sort of creepy, cute, weird fusion, like the Venn diagram where it's like creepy and cute and weird kind of overlap in the center. That's sort of the sweet spot I'm trying to go for.
It's like, is this a friend or a foe?
It could be either.
Yours to decide.
Yes.
It could be either.
Yeah, so in terms of angels, we already got cherubs, we already got trumpeters, we already got terminators and dominions. I obviously actually reminds me of some children's storybooks and Over the Garden Wall. Well, I think it's named the show. Yes. God, I love Over the Garden Wall.
That was such a good show.
Oh my god, I miss that so much. Just like not enough shows have that sort of autumn like aesthetic to them, I think. You know? The sort of
No, they
muted
don't.
colors. Not that I'm not a fan of like the sort of pastel gay cartoons. I'm totally a fan of them. I love them. But I don't know, it's just good to branch out a little bit, to have a little bit of variety. And in that sense I think the sort of like autumn wilderness aesthetic could do a lot of creators well. In that sort of sense, I think just Over the Garden Wall is fantastic. But also, it's just really touching and like kind of scary, but like kid scary, which is the kind of scary I usually can get behind. Like, I don't know. I don't know if y'all have caught on to this by now. I am a little bit of a wuss when it comes to like psychological horror.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Vum today or hello? Nice to see you. I still think most anime have my favorite styles, but other than that, I think Gravity Falls was my favorite look. I still also miss Teen Titans, yes. I mean, I could go on a whole rant about how 2015 was when cartoons as a whole peaked, and I miss it a lot, but like...
It's just been all downhill since there.
No, yeah, everything has been all downhill since then. But especially a lot of cartoons. like, not that today it's like worse than it was in, I don't know, the early 80s. Like I'll take, like, this is a controversial hot take. I will take, the occasional High Guardian Spice over like 20 Silverhawks. Which was what we kind of got in the early 80s, I think. We all do, yeah. That is mostly irrelevant, but I don't know. I just really have a particular distaste. What even is Silverhawks? It's like this Transformers knockoff. And it has like the worst hook of all time in its theme song. Like, how like every children's cartoon theme song, like, it has the one line that it's like trying to sell you on the toy line, and like Silverhawks is partly metal, partly real, which I don't know about you, but that doesn't make me want to buy anything. Are you at all familiar? I don't know exactly how old you are, Pigment, but are you at all familiar with terrible 80s cartoons?
I mean, I'm 20, so
Okay.
yeah, I haven't watched that many. I'm sure my parents have showed me some stuff when I was younger, but the Silverhawk I'm not familiar with.
Oh yeah. I know it exclusively through like cultural osmosis. I'm also 20 for the record.
Oh, okay.
And if I remember correctly, Moss isn't much older than us. So they're not like
I'm 25.
Yeah. Not you're the point is you're not old enough to remember like the OG
No, I'm
80s
not.
cartoons.
Yeah.
No.
No, we're all Zoomer babies. But yeah. Like, on that topic though of Transformers knockoffs, you know what would be really fun? Like a Transformer familiar.
Oh, like a Roomba.
A little bit. Like I was thinking like an automaton, like have y'all ever seen Hugo? Have
Funny
y'all
that
ever
you
seen
mentioned Roombas.
Yes, Roombas specifically. Moss and I have a secret game project that we're working on separate from this. That has something to do with Roombas, believe us. It's very cool, and I can't wait to release that too. But I was thinking like not Transformers the movie. No, I want this game to have nothing to do with the Michael Bay Transformer movies, but I don't know where I'd put that anyway. But anyway, no, I was thinking like sort of a robot. Yeah, like Hugo. Oh, Hugo, not Trent. I was confused, man. I'm sorry. So, Hugo, the movie Hugo. Have y'all seen the movie Hugo?
I
don't
don't
think
believe I
so.
have.
Okay, so there's this.
I'm a movie hermit.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
same.
if you tell me it, I might have seen it.
Hold on. Hugo Automaton. This is like the kind, like, this sort of aesthetic for automatons? Like this sort of, yeah, the clockwork, like old-timey
No,
wires
I've
and
never
gears
seen this
stuff.
movie. You've lost me.
Well, that's not important. The important thing, this kind of robot. You know, this kind of like Victorian, late 18th century, like gears and cranks, like
Like more steampunk.
exactly a little bit more steampunk. Like I'm figuring one of these, like that transforms into like a horseless carriage. You know?
That would be sick, though.
Yeah, and that would be like a level 4 familiar, I think. I'd be really happy with that. Does that sound like a good idea to you, Moss?
That would be really cool, actually.
Awesome. So what should we call it?
The only thing I'm able to like think of is this one character from the it's the mobile version of League of Legends that I play.
Oh.
And there's a character who is like a one of his skins is like really steampunk, and it's
Oh,
called like Torch Guardian.
Oh,
That's
Trainer.
the only thing that I can think of.
Trainer knows intimately League of Legends and how great and terrible it is. So we're in good company.
Yeah, I don't really play much of the PC version.
No, yeah. Blitzcrank?
Yeah, that's the character on the PC
Okay.
version. I mainly play the mobile version
Understandable.
because I suck at PC games.
Save me. Also, Pop Tropica. That is an essential piece of Zoomer nostalgia. I imagine like people are going to hear us talk about Pop Tropica and like other weird Flash games the way they hear millennials talking about like Ninja Turtles or like Power Rangers, you know?
Yeah, that'll definitely be what happens in the future.
Yeah.
Be
like
God, they're talking about Pop Tropica again.
no, yeah, like I'll be an old lady with my cane just kind of hunched over being like, you know, back in my day games were only two-dimensional.
Talking about Pop Tropica again? Shut the fuck up!
Grandma.
We
Grandma,
used to have
Grandma,
a game
I'm gonna
called
put on Pop Tropica for you, okay?
There
I'm
used
going
to
to
be.
poptropica.com.
I used to have a game called Club Penguin.
Yeah. Let me tell you about a little website called Newgrounds.
Oh no. Oh no. Run.
No, yeah, back in my day, we had congregates and fucking Samrosts. I don't know.
Hope there's never a day where someone doesn't know about Minecraft.
Well, there isn't. I remember playing cool math games.
Ooh,
Epic.
cool math games.
Cool math games were very valid. Like, the thing is,
I remember scouring the internet for free Flash game websites.
I
And getting
know.
like tons of them.
I know.
Remember?
I deeply remember. I played so much Congregate back when, like, I was 10 or, like, 8. I distinctly remember, like, being at my aunt's house playing just Epic Battle Fantasy 3 or, like, Monster Arena or fucking... What was it? What other games did I think it was mainly those two that I played on Flash. It was like, God, it was such a time, you know, to be alive. Like, Dragon Fable and Adventure Quest, yes! Ardix
my
is
God.
still around. Can you believe it?
Adventure Quest.
Adventure Quest. Adventure Quest was like such a bomb ass game, dude. I love it. I loved it. I loved it so much. It was kind of dumb and not very mechanically rich. But God, it was such a fun game. Honestly, like Flash games, like they were kind of my gateway into real games. I remember, fun fact about me, y'all are getting some Marina lore and all this, right? So kind of be prepared for a little bit of history in my life. So there was this kid who I grew up like with my aunt. Artix's, yeah, their games had character. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when I was growing up, I would visit my aunt a lot, right? And I loved being at my aunt's place before she, like, kind of went off the handle. But that's a whole different story y'all don't need to hear about. But basically, I loved it because, like, she had a Wii and a crappy Mac and, like, a TV with, like, cable. And those were things my mom absolutely did not have. I don't think she got a computer until, like, 2011. And, like, circa 10, 11, 2010, 2011, my neighbor and friend Pico knocks on my door and brings me over to his apartment and is like, I've been playing this new game a lot. It's called Minecraft.
Oh my God.
And life was never the same. Oh shit, did I? Okay, good. I didn't mess up my lipstick too bad. Yeah. I mean, like, my life has never been the same ever since. It's terrible. It ruined me.
Minecraft is such a good game, though.
It is such a good game. It's the kind of game... Like, the thing is, it's... Automaton. It's the kind of game that will absolutely ruin your life, and the whole time you will have a smile on your face. No, yeah, I love Minecraft so much. Like, the thing is, so many people got into it around, like, the time of its official release. I was a beta baby, Same. I remember back when, like, the best you could do was diamonds and like redstone. Hey, Jace.
Yeah.
So nice to see you. How's it going? We're just talking about Minecraft and making monsters for this little game here. But yeah, honestly, like, I remember, yeah, I came into the game, like, pre-creative mode. I know that much. Like, I distinctly remember back when I haven't played Minecraft in a hot minute. Yeah. I haven't played like, if hot minutes are a measure of, like, years, I haven't played Minecraft in, like, a hot picosecond. I love Minecraft. I still play it a lot. I lost my account. Oh man, I'm really sorry. Trainer. That's very unfortunate.
Terraria is pretty good.
Terraria is pretty good. I haven't played it as much. I had it as a youngin', but I haven't really
had it for
gotten
a bit.
into it. I don't know. Like, kind of my whole like from what I understand, Terraria is like better like mechanically for like actually playing it. But to me that's kind of irrelevant cuz my favorite thing to do in Minecraft is to just make weird shit. You know? Um I barely ever play Minecraft cuz like I actually want to challenge myself in any way, you know? I play it cuz like I want to mine some I want to make just like the world's largest dirt horse head. You know? That's what my idea of a good time is.
Yeah, like whenever I'm playing Minecraft, I'm always just like, I just want to make a really cool looking castle with a
Same.
village around it.
Me and my brother made this one seed, and we called it Desert Bus, and it made all these like deserty hills, and we were just like, okay, we're gonna build a sandstone castle here. And we never finished it, but there was this big ravine, and I built this gigantic wall around it with like a moat. And this place had like a gigantic map room, and there was supposed to be this town that was supposed to be in the middle of it, and I never got around to finishing it.
Oh,
So there's just
jeez.
this empty space. There's just this empty space in the middle of the desert that's just supposed to be where this town is supposed to be built.
Well, Desert Bus is a very fitting name for that then. I'm very sorry y'all never got around to completing it.
I
It's
did
e-
explore the map though,
Oh, cool.
and I like did the map stuff, and like I did make like I said, I made a map room.
Cool.
So I put all the maps I discovered on like the walls, and it made this gigantic map.
Hell yeah. Honestly,
And
like,
this,
yeah. Yeah, go on.
oh, sorry. I was just imagining like someone without any like insight just walking into where the village is supposed to be, just be like, they all just got raptured. They're all gone.
Oh, there's not even buildings. Like, oh well, okay, there's one building. It's the Denny's.
Denny's.
We built a Denny's. Yeah. And that's where like we hid our redstone contraptions. So
Oh, yeah.
we didn't want people to see it, so we built a Denny's around it. And
See,
and then like we put a dumpster behind it, and that's where my sister lived.
like, fuck National Treasure. You know, they put you if you put like treasure in like a national monument, everybody's gonna figure that shit out. The real secret, put it in a Denny's.
Nobody will go
Take
in.
your
No one.
take your ashes, like after you've been cremated, all that, spread them in a Denny's. No one will find you. No, yeah, it's even better with me in Terraria, since while you have less dimensions, you can do more with what you got. That's fair.
No,
That's
that
fair.
is.
And one time my friends and I were playing, and they all had really nice houses, and I spent all my time making a giant dirt hut. I mean, like, there's no right way to play Minecraft, my guy.
That's the
You do
real
you.
way to play Minecraft.
That's the Mojang approved way to play Minecraft. Oh man. Let me pour myself some of this tea. But yeah, we were talking about Minecraft. Except making dirt pillars. I mean, is that a wrong way? I feel like if all you want to do, those will kill me if I don't fix them. I feel like if all you want to do is just like make really tall pillars and fall off of them, I mean that's understandable. Falling in Minecraft is also bizarrely kind of fun. just because of how velocity works.
And the sound of impact, just like, how am I still walking?
I
It
know.
sounds like my knees are broken.
I know. Also, like, I love, personally, I love that, like, if you build a tall enough, or if you build, like, anything of any height and you jump off, if you land in water, like, even if the water is, like, an inch deep,
Yeah.
it does absolutely nothing to you. Which, you know, that's how that works in real life. I'm sure.
Only.
No, yeah, I need big dirt pillars so I can see where my house is. You put the water under you at the last. I mean, yeah, those are understandable ways to play the game, I think. I need big dirt pillars so I can see where my house is. I mean, like, yeah, how else are you gonna know?
Yeah, before they made maps, like, how would you know?
Parachute, just carry a buckets of water. I mean, that's a pretty brilliant plan. You lose your house like a champ. Man. This is getting me back into the mood to play Minecraft. Honestly, go for it, man. Minecraft is a fun-ass game. There are a bunch of mods that I really like. That's how we do it back in my day. Yeah, I distinctly remember, like, my friend and I from college. She was like we were playing Minecraft. We got to like this desert village that was like right outside our house, and then we lost our house, and then we stumbled onto another desert village. And like I went to one desert village while she went to the other desert village. Like we just tried to meet in the same place, and we ended up going to each other's villages by accident. I love Minecraft, but it's so easy to get lost. Best mod, Thaumcraft? I haven't heard of that one. I have not heard of that one. My personal favorite is probably just like, which is it actually? That's a tough one. I know one of my favorites is, or I think my personal favorite is probably Plenty of Biomes. It's a magic research mod. Oh, that does sound cool. I might have to get that one now. But yeah. Anyway, I believe somewhere in the midst, you study ways of harnessing magic. Yeah. That does sound pretty cool. I will check that out. Anyway, I believe somewhere in the midst of all this, we were trying to make a tabletop game. That's
I got distracted.
No, yeah, that's a thing that'll happen often on these streams. I find it best to just embrace it. Just embrace the chaos of the creative process. Sometimes that involves a 20-minute long tangent about Dracula smoking weed or something. Blindfold police.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the eye police.
Oh yeah, I remember that bit. That was so good. I gotta make that into a highlight clip still. Ugh. God, y'all are too good at making memes, honestly. Just fuck. Yeah, eyes, hands. Anyway, so this Transmorpher working title, I'm not actually gonna call it that, but but for the time being, it is a transmorpher. What's they gonna be like? You know, what's their deal? I'm just gonna like how do we want to kind of describe their flavor? I guess. I'm just gonna write in some stats real quick. Actually, probably this would be a better like level 6. Yeah. Yeah. So like, how kind of would these like automatons, like how would they kind of manifest in this universe? You know, like who would make them? What would they be used for? Yeah.
Maybe they're like
Automatons
made.
would probably.
Oh, you go ahead.
Automatons would probably be used in places where people couldn't be, like they're hazardous material, bots or EOD.
Oh. So maybe the transmorpher specifically. I'm getting tired of saying transmorpher. I'm getting very tired of saying transmorpher. What should we name it? Do y'all got any ideas on what?
Centaur? No. Hold on. Centaurian?
Well, it's not like a centaur. It's like a robot that transforms into an actual car, but that car is like a lorry from like the early 20th century, you know? But yeah, I kind of like the idea that like it's meant to transport like specifically people through like Ramsey. Not a bad idea. I like the idea that it's specifically meant to transport people through like hazardous areas, you know, like through the wilderness or whatever, like to a different town. I like that a lot, actually. Like they're almost like a cab service. Let's see. Transport. Courier? Oh, courier. I don't know. Should we go with courier or cabbie? What do y'all think?
I feel like cabbie's a nice little nickname for him. But courier sounds like more of like the official name.
Maybe like
it probably is something among the lines of auto courier.
Auto courier. I like that.
But it's probably called a cabbie. Like colloquially.
Yeah, that's a great idea. That's Yeah, I kind of love that. Thank you for that idea, Moss.
Yeah.
It is meant to safely transport people through the wilderness, having adequate protection.
Y'all, I have a big bag of trail mix. I'm so happy.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah,
What-
Trail mix is
I went to the
tasty.
store. The one good thing I did today.
That's cool.
So it says large automaton. So are there like smaller ones?
There
Oh,
are.
I imagine.
Like, the thing
What
is...
if like the smaller ones is just like the Segway?
Oh, an e-scooter? A fucking e-scooter one that takes up space on the sidewalk?
That sounds incredible. That sounds actually kind of incredible.
The smallest one is literally just a hoverboard.
I'm making I'm making the hoverboard one. I don't know about you, but I'm making the hoverboard one. That's non-negotiable. I was actually thinking like the smallest one would be like a transistor radio. That could like transform that could like transform into a tiny robot, you know?
It's just a little tiny robot, just like, please let me escort you.
Yeah, a little tiny
It's kind
robot.
of a cute idea.
Yeah, a little tiny robot that like can transform into a radio, so that like you can kind of tune in to your local station. Like, Master, would you prefer WI95 country or WI96 western? No, yeah,
Like an MP3 player.
Exactly, like a little MP3 playing. Oh man, that's actually a great
Scooter.
idea. Like the scooter and the MP3 player sort of robot. Hold on, actually, real quick. Hey, Mom. Hello? Hey, Mom. Okay. All my all my stuff is out of there. Yeah. Don't worry. It does. Yeah. Not to my knowledge. I don't think. Let me just double check. Okay. Of course. Okay. Okay. See ya. Bye. Love you too. Bye. Bye. Sorry, got a call real quick. Let me
That's
just.
fine.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go into the living room, see if there's anything I need to pick up because my mom's coming in. She's gonna teach like immediately. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'm gonna resume the stream. Alright, I'm back. Let me just resume the stream real quick. Okay. Okay, back, everybody. Sorry about that. I had to deal with my mom. She was just getting back from the airport and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, let us resume. So we got this lorry man. Then also we have what should we call what should we call the like little radio man? What do y'all think? Any ideas?
My first thought was Music Man, but that's a FNAF character.
Yeah.
Shortwave is my first thought.
Soundwave?
Shortwave.
Shortwave. Lil dude, I don't got I don't got ideas, lol. Shortwave. Let's see. Maybe I like wave as like kind of a component of the name, I guess.
Okay.
You know?
Then what about Chipwave? No.
The thing is, I don't know if they have microchips. It might just be a magic thing.
Oh, I see. Then Baywave?
What if it's like Hertz or something like that? Because Hertz is what you can hear.
Oh, that's a
Like
good
the
idea.
decibels.
Maybe Hertz wave?
Hertzwave.
Do we dig that? If not, that's okay. We could just. I like Hertz. I feel like I could conceivably call this little radio man Hertz. Let's see. Let's see a okay.
What if he's able to like record small little snippets?
That's a great idea. That is an excellent idea, like recording small snippets of like sounds.
Yeah. I feel like that could be used like in game of being like, oh really, well this guy said this or that about something else. Just be
This really important thing was said here. Prove it. Okay.
I kind of love that. That sounds like awesome as a sort of way to like as a way to like I guess I don't know, just as like a plot device for a campaign that sounds really epic. Um anyway, and can record and store sounds.
Did it have like a limit on how much it could record? Like one or two?
That doesn't I mean honestly I would rather not because that's like another thing to keep track of.
True.
You know, and like besides like I don't think a power that like benign is very easily abusable. You know,
Fair.
like unless there's like an entire enemy type that you can kill by saying a single word. Like I don't think it's going to be like super OP to just have it be able to record and store any sounds. Let's see. So we got Hertz. What about... Let's see. What about the scooter? What are we going to call him? What about the Segway? Actually, you know what? Would y'all mind if I did the hoverboard? You know, like instead of the scooter, I did the sort of hoverboard.
I love the
Yeah, go
idea
for
of
it.
just a little robot man turning into a hoverboard.
Epic. I love that idea too, honestly. And I love the idea that in this medieval Victorian fantasy setting, like, you can just have a hoverboard. You know? Just like the idea that like there can be all these zombies and like basilisks running around and you can just zoom right past them on a hoverboard. I kind of love that flavor. What should we call him? Yeah, let's see. Yeah, what should we call him? What should we call him? I'm not sure myself. Chat, you got any ideas? I'll take that as a no. Anyway,
I feel like Scooter could be a name, but that's an actual thing.
yeah. Side note. I have this joke. They're our neighbors downstairs, right? Scoot board. I kind of like that. That's a maybe. That's a solid maybe. But yeah, like we have a joke where it's like our downstairs neighbors constantly play like really punchy, bassy electronic dance music from like the 90s or whatever. So I have this joke that our downstairs neighbors are the band Scooter. I don't know if y'all ever heard of them. But
No.
okay. Well, they're not very good. But they the music they play is very eerily similar to the music our downstairs neighbors play. So I'm inclined to believe they are the same people. Anyway, hey, Bunnies and Beetles, what the heck is up? We were just talking about like all of the cool robots we were coming up with. Yeah, we came up with the auto courier, and which is like kind of a lorry, like a lorry 20th century, early 20th century like car that like transforms into a robot courier. And then there's Hertz, who's like a tiny robot man who transforms into a transistor radio MP3 player, basically. So now we're coming up with the one who's supposed to be like a hoverboard. Let's see. In what... So, yeah, it's super nice to have you. In what sense do we want... Or, like, I guess a better way to phrase it would be, like, what point of reference do these people have for skateboards? I was eating dinner when you started. I couldn't join immediately. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing quite well. I'm actually very happy doing this right now. It's just fun to kind of come up with weird ideas with friends. But yeah, we're just struggling. We have this automaton that we really want to make. That's like a hoverboard. It's a robot that transforms into a hoverboard. But like we're not sure how exactly we want to name it. Because like I don't know that they had anything close to skateboards in the 1600s. Okay. Anyway.
I feel like it might be like similar to roller skates. I don't know when those were invented, but
roller skates were not invented in late antiquity, I don't think.
well,
But scoots.
Maybe they could have
Yeah,
gotten
but I'm
the
saying-
idea from snowboarding?
Was snowboarding invented though? Like what reference do these people have for boards is what I'm saying that you ride on. Maybe it could just be like its own thing. I guess, you know? I don't know, like maybe it's kind of the first of its kind. In that case though,
Something where you have something that carries you as you fly around, and they kind of take it. That's why they made like a mechanical version of it.
Huh.
So there's already some sort of board that carries you, maybe. Or maybe there is there's like maybe magic carpets, or I don't know.
Do you at all know like the actual Deus Ex Machina? Like what that was?
Of magic carpets?
No. In ancient Greece.
No.
Basically, it was a machine, like a little contraption they used in stage plays. I think it was either in Greece or Rome, where it's like they would have the set like lift up the actor to represent that they were a god and above the other person. You know?
Yeah.
So like and it's like so like Deus, deity, X something, machina, machine, you know? So it's like What if we called it like what they would You know, now that I'm thinking of it, right? Now that I'm thinking of it. Now that I'm thinking of it. Maybe it would make more sense as an item. Like, I love
Well,
this.
I just
Set up
thought
an
because
enemy.
the other one is you said it's more of like a chariot kind of looking thing, like a horseless chariot.
Oh, by horseless carriage, I meant like, hold on.
Oh,
I meant like that's what they used to call cars. No, that's not
well,
what.
yeah, because I'm saying like if it's based off of like a horseless carriage
Yeah.
and it's horseless, what if the hoverboard one is called like a jockey or something? Because
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
keep it like slightly horse related.
Hit cars.
Oh. Maybe like an air jockey or like an air saddle.
Something like that sounds pretty
Something
cool.
like that. I'm gonna tentatively call it an air jockey. But yeah, thank you for Scoots, by the way. That is also a potential runner-up for this particular name.
It sounds like a dog that can't stop rubbing its butt on the carpet. I'm sorry.
It sounds kind of like a 90s children's toy, which I'm into. Yeah, I'm glad you like Air Jockey. Glad you like that, Jace.
Scoots might be like the nickname, like how Cabby is for auto courier.
Yeah, Scoots might be the nickname. Let's see, familiar level.
I'm sorry for being mean.
No, it's okay, Moss. It's okay. I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm not Bunnies and Beetles. Maybe she's okay with it. Maybe she's not. Are you okay with it, BB? Is that kosher with you? Just like some light chat roasting. Just for future reference, so that you know.
Fine,
Nothing
okay.
uncomfortable comes up. It's fine. I just unresponsive become because thumb tendonitis. Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm glad you think it's fine. But geez, I'm so sorry. I really hope you get that sorted out with the doctor at some point. I've never had tendonitis, but I actually am recovering from a pretty bad spell of tonsillitis, so I know how bad inflammation can be. But yeah, anyway, air jockey. Yeah, just gotta be on ibuprofen and a ton of rest a lot. Yeah, I mean, like, ibuprofen. I don't know where I'd be in life without ibuprofen, honestly. Got me through many a headache that would have otherwise interfered with essential high school homework. I mean, usually something else did interfere, because, come on. Who enjoyed homework in high school? Can I get a shout out of, like, who in chat or in this call enjoyed homework in high school?
Only my art class homework, but other than that, it was all terrible.
Valid. No, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I really particularly Like, the thing is, like, in high school, homework in college is somehow more fun.
Yeah, I get that.
I totally get that, yeah. I mean, college homework is like you're usually taking classes in things that interest you.
Yeah, you chose to do that
Yeah.
homework.
I like my criminal justice class, but everything else was a pain. Understandable. Like when it's like something you're actually invested in and intrinsically motivated to do, it's like it's less painful than when some like old lady is like telling you to write 1300 like a 1300 page essay about how like the use of the word and in Pride and Prejudice indicates that Hamlet really did kill Titus Andronicus and that Caesar deserved to be stabbed in Othello or whatever the fuck. I'm honest. I'm honest. I get my classics mixed up a lot. Let's see. Writable, familiar. That is. I bullshitted my way through so many assignments like that, especially in English. No, yeah. I mean, like, that's a lot of English assignments, isn't it? Just, like, that was, like, 8 classics at once, and not gonna lie, I would enjoy reading that. I mean, yeah, that's like the Super Smash Bros. Of, like, books you didn't want to read in high school. Imagine that, like, a crossover platform fighter where the headliner is Romeo and Juliet. And like you can really once and for all ask like who would win in a fight, you know? Jean Valjean or fucking Hamlet's uncle. I'm sure we've all had that question kind of lingering in the back of our minds, you know? But yeah. That is a writable familiar that is primarily used for seamless street travel within the confines of cities.
I feel like air jockeys are more like commoner people, and like the auto courier is more for like the wealthy class.
Exactly. It's for the wealthy and for like well-equipped adventurers, you know? Like air jockeys are like, you know, their own whole like thing that's like mostly used recreationally, you know? Whereas
Oh no, I can just imagine like skate parks, but for air jockey.
That sounds kind of incredible. I kind of want that in the lore now.
It's like the fantasy Karens just being like, stop riding those air jockeys down my street.
Yeah. Just the
Being angry about the teenagers.
No, yeah. No, yeah. And like you got teenagers riding around their air jockeys, drinking their exceptional aid, wearing their eye parasols, and being like, bugger the old god. Man, I kind of love that in the fiction, just like taking all of this modern ephemera and like transplanting it into this like fantasy setting. Just like how the technology would kind of influence everything. Thank you very much for that idea, by the way, Pigment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the air jockeys like actually hover like how everyone wishes hoverboards actually hovered?
Yes. Why not?
A bunch of teenagers using their air jockeys to go ding dong ditch.
Actually, like, you know what I kind of want now? You know what I kind of want now is like fantasy spray paint. Honestly, I feel
Oh my
like
gosh.
I feel like in terms of like I feel like the auto courier kind of makes sense as a monster slash familiar. The air jockey I feel like is entirely like an item. You know, I can't really like see it like being fought ever really. You know, personally.
Yeah.
But yeah. What about paint? What about spray paint? Fantasy spray paint.
Honestly, yeah.
Moss,
Like
how
if
we
there's
feel
gonna
about
be
that?
people skateboarding with air jockeys, there has to be some graffiti.
There has to be.
There has to be, like legally.
There does. Moss, how do you feel about it?
Spray paint?
About fantasy spray paint?
Yes.
I
It
kind of
must
love
be
that.
done.
Yes, it must be done. It must be done. This whole like aesthetic has taken kind of like a unique direction that I did not expect at all, that I adore way more than anything I could have come up with on my own, honestly. It's kind of excellent. I kind of like really love it, honestly. So what should we call this fantasy spray paint? Hi. Going all right. I'm
What
on
if it's-
stream. Sorry.
It needs to start with ink, but
It needs to start with ink.
yeah, ink.
My first thought was something like goop, so like have it more goopy than like paint. It's just like a sludge.
No, yeah, I think. I like the idea that it's a sludge. Or something. I like the idea that it's kind of magical, you know? Like, it sprays on as a thick coat of something completely unidentifiable. And then you, like, rinse it off, and boom, it's a painting. You know? I kind of like that fiction.
Yeah, that's a cool idea.
Yeah. So, what shall we call it? What shall we call it? Oh. How do we feel about Wonder Inc?
That sounds like an appropriate name. Yeah. It's like, I don't know what this is, but it looks like ink. Let's call it Wonder Ink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds that sounds appropriate.
Yeah, I really, Yeah, thank you. Moss, that sound agreeable enough? Wonder Inc.
Wonder Ink sounds good. Yeah.
Awesome. So it's a magical substance used in the creation of unsolicited murals.
I like how it specifically like says that it's used for unsolicited murals.
Yeah.
Like it's specifically marketed towards people to use it for graffiti.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? I kind of love that. Can't use Wonder Ink on legal paintings. God, that actually sounds like a wonderful, like, campaign idea. Like you're trying to get a hold of some Wonder Ink, but but in the town you're in, it's banned. You know? That actually sounds like a really cool, like, kind of wild goose chase campaign setup. You know?
Side quest.
Hell yeah. So then, like, what is with these bots? What is with these bots? Why do they show up on my streams? God. Anyway, Wonder Inc. Air Jockeys. Then I feel like we should probably have some food items. So meat rations, it's important to have these because your characters can be vampires and this is the only way they can recover health. Then unknown slop.
I love unknown slop.
Unknown slop is amazing. Let's do the frick out of that. Unknown slop. A mysterious amalgamation of different unidentifiable ingredients. Roll 1d6 on a roll of 6. It heals you fully on a roll 1. It you take 2d6 necrotic damage. Let's see. How do we feel about this for kind of the rules text of unknown slop? Might take damage from it, might not exactly. That is, I think, exactly the function of unknown slop.
Like a school lunch.
Exactly, like a school cafeteria sloppy Joe. Really rolling the dice there, you know? That said, like our kind of version of food gambling is ordering street kebabs. You know? Like, y'all know how everywhere it's like there's at least one kind of food or one place you can get food that's like just always a gamble, where it's like sometimes it's great, sometimes it's terrible, and it's never like what you expect. For us, that's like food carts on the street, you know, like some guy in his fucking falafel stand. You don't, it's like a 50-50 whether or not that falafel's going to be delicious or whether it's going to have hair in it. Yeah, it's your dice to roll, you know. Dining hall might get food poisoning, might not. Oh, jeez. That, like, your school dining hall, I totally get that. School food is, like, never a safe, a sure bet, you know? Man, meat rations, smoked vegetables, unknown slop, fish, smoked fish. I'm gonna make this, steamed vegetables. Just, I'm thinking of things that would preserve, you know, that would keep.
For the caustic trait where you can only eat metal and stuff, what about like nuts and bolts, like a trail mix?
That's a great idea. Ill-advised to eat metal. That said, if you would like to, you can't go wrong with a nice bag of nuts and bolts. Let's see, yeah, unknown slop, rations, meat, rations, veggie. Then also just, like, this isn't, like, a joke thing or anything, I just really like cheese. And I want to eat it in my fantasy world. Let's see. Let's see. Probably some wild berries for the vegetarians and gnomes. Let's see.
What if there was something like spices where if you add it to a specific ration you get like a stat boost or something?
That? Oh, I wrote rations gnome. That implies that you're eating the gnome. Not true fantasy. It would not have cheese. No, yeah. I don't want you to eat gnomes. Like eating gnomes is a decision you can make. I do not support it. Gnome eating is not cool. But anyway, sorry, you were saying about...
Yeah, spices. Like, what if, like, when you're going through the wilderness or something, you come across, like, a pepper plant, and, like, you can add it. Like, you can't eat it on its own, but you can add it to rations.
That sounds awesome. I totally want that to be a mechanic now. Also, not a true fantasy if I'm not eating raw meat off gnome bones. No! No! Not the gnomes! Save the gnomes!
What if I want to be Crocman and I want to
Crocman?
eat gnomes?
Okay, actually...
Where is my representation as Crocman?
Actually...
Eat the gnome, take his hat.
Gnome eaters unite!
No, yeah, actually, I gotta say, right? Probably something that I genuinely, like, would love to see is if one character in the party is a gnome and another character in the party is, like, a crocodile man who's trying so hard not to eat the gnome. And they have to become friends if they're gonna, like, successfully pull off this wilderness travel.
There'd be so much comedy if, like, the gnome was unaware.
I
How
know.
much the crocodile
I know.
would- Oh my god.
Yeah. See, like, this is kind of my goal, is to, like, have all of the cool shit just be there in the text, you know? Anyway, you were... Shit. I got so distracted, again, that I forgot what you were talking about with the food.
Like something like spices.
Spices,
Like you
yes,
typically
okay.
don't eat them alone.
Spices. Yes.
Hey y'all, I gotta get going.
Okay. That is very
okay.
fine, Moss.
Thanks for having me here.
Absolutely.
I hope your game goes well.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Thank you
Thanks.
so much.
It was nice meeting you, Pigment.
Yeah, nice meeting you too.
Epic.
All right. Talk to y'all later.
Talk to you
Yeah,
later,
see ya.
Moss. See ya. So yeah. Anyway, so turmeric is the spice.
I was thinking like the spices could either add like
Yeah.
a stat buff or maybe like an effect. So
you,
like
you know what would be fun if like the spices were all real spices, but they all had like prefixes, like alliterative prefixes. So like
Ooh.
what's a stat boost word that rhymes with N? Or that starts with an N?
Ooh. Stat booster.
Crushed gnome bones could eat a spice. Ew. Why are you so insistent on killing gnomes? What did gnomes ever do to you?
They're a nice light snack.
My god, you people are sick. Gnomes suck? Honestly, gnomes... It's the obsession for the stream. We've had hands, teeth, etc. Now gnome bones. Dwarves and gobos, I love dwarves. I love goblins. If y'all should be directing your attention toward anyone who doesn't need to be there, it's halflings. I have a huge bone to pick with halflings, because we do not need halflings and gnomes. Alright, gnomes are just, like, better halflings, objectively. I think, you know. That's just my opinion. That's my hot take. Gnome bones? Chat will never cease to simultaneously impress and disappoint me in the same stream, in the same sentence, you know? That's just kind of a running theme with the chat we have here. Until next, rest at a safe haven. It sounds like my parents. Your parents are weird. Your parents are weird, bunnies and beetles. That said, your parents also sound very cool. Anyway. Oh, crap. Sorry, my, like... Sorry, my, my plug thing. You know those big, like, power strip things? That,
Oh, yeah.
the one that my PC is into almost fell. Because this is, like, it might look all normal. This is a very precarious setup I have. Just like with all the shit I have on the desk. Thankfully, y'all can't see it. Yeah?
My desk is not my desk if it does not have just an array of knickknacks.
Oh, absolutely.
And various other trinkets.
Just right here, as you can see, my desk is, it's pretty packed. Got a lot of cool stuff on it. Is this enough? Can I stop trying to hold all this in one arm? Because I feel like this adequately puts across the amount of stuff on my desk, and this isn't even half of it. I'm just gonna...
Yeah, I have, like, all my pens. I have so many notebooks and stuff.
Oh,
I have my tarot cards.
I know. It's so hard. It's so hard to not have cool stuff on your desk. I'm weird, right? If I can see my desk, it's not crowded enough. Understandable. I feel like that's kind of the vibe for me, too.
Gotta love ADHD.
Yeah. Okay,
What about one that's like a chili pepper? I don't know what to put as like the prefix, but
okay.
But like it would give you like a fire damage.
That does...
Like the ability to inflict fire damage for a certain amount of time.
That does sound good. I have this stuff to my to the desk to my side. Yeah. I mean, that's an adequate setup. But yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Hold on. God. Cinder. Chili. That sound good?
Ooh, yeah.
Heck yeah. Let's see. As a bonus action, you can breathe fire at an adjacent enemy for 1d6 fire damage. With the better on it. Ooh, with the petter, it could make cold resistance, but also inflict small... Oh, that's a good idea!
Yeah, cold resistance sounds... Ooh.
If you consume 2, it grants cold resistance, but deals 1 fire damage every hour. I actually kind of like that idea that, like, spices, the more of them you consume, kind of different. They can have different effects. You know, I kind of dig that, honestly. And I think that what Jace thought of was like a really good sort of example of that. Also, I just realized we don't have any drinks.
We gotta stay hydrated.
We gotta stay hydrated. What?
My dog's a sleepy boy. He's yawning.
Aww. Gnome blood. We're starting this again. I refuse to kill gnomes for the sake of your sick, twisted fantasies, okay? Slurp? No!
Slurp.
No! Long live no murder. God, you guys are messed up. No bless.
Okay, the first character I create when I play this game IRL is gonna be a vampire, so I can drink some gnome blood.
Oh my god. You drink the blood of a gnome, but it lives and it becomes a vampire gnome? How the hell is it gonna eat anything? I don't know. But yeah,
Biting people's ankles.
Hold on. It doesn't...
Ew, right. Oh, being classified as a beverage. I mean, it makes sense, but just the thought of it.
I know! I remember specifically, I remember specifically hearing about raw eggs as like a hangover cure, and so I kind of wanted to do that. Yeah, I kind of dig that, honestly.
It made me remember the scene in Napoleon Dynamite when
which
they
one?
all just drink from the pitcher of scrambled raw egg.
How do you have raw eggs that are scrambled?
Well, like they like all crack them into like this pitcher, and then like scramble it up, so it's like all just one liquid. So it's like all orange.
Ew.
And then they like pour it into glasses and drink it. Ugh.
That sounds terrible. I saw Napoleon Dynamite. I distinctly do not remember that scene.
I think it was Napoleon Dynamite. I might be confusing it for a different movie.
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, like, I remember in Napoleon Dynamite, that was like the one with the kid with the glasses and the teeth who was like, idiot.
Oh, my tots.
Yeah, he put potato tots in his pocket.
Tina, come get your dinner.
Yeah. And like his brother was trying to sell the plastic, and he like rode over it with his back tire to prove how indestructible it was, and it wasn't. I distinctly remember that joke. That was a good fucking joke. Anyway, meat rations. Cures poison and hangover. What other beverages do we want your characters to be able to drink?
Gotta have tea.
Oh, yeah.
That
I like-
is a necessity.
No, yeah, I like the idea of different kinds of tea.
Ooh.
See,
Chai is my favorite.
chai is also my favorite. Chai is delicious. We have a tea and coffee shop like right downstairs.
Ooh.
It's actually really great for like chai and for they have this really delicious chai. They also have really delicious like selections of I think they got this herbal chamomile, which is like really really good. Yeah, I love tea, man. I love tea so much. See, restores 2 dice in your pool. Because, like, your pool is kind of your energy resource, you know?
Yeah.
I like green tea is caffeinated.
Ooh, with the hangover thing, there has to be alcohol as a beverage.
Of course.
Because you can't have
Of course.
a hangover without getting wasted first.
No, yeah, you cannot. That said, you're getting fancy drunk. Let's see. I feel like different kinds of wine might be something I want to add later. That said, I don't know that, like, I need it right now.
Yeah, just get a baseline and then
just get a baseline
expand
wine.
from there.
Of course. We can add, like, rosé peach later.
I feel like with just all the alcohol in general though, it would have like a similar kind of stack thing for like with the chili.
Yeah.
How if the more you eat, like you get
Yeah.
damage or whatever.
Yeah. Maybe it's like I feel like there should be some benefit to drinking it. So restores 2d6 HP.
It gives you a strength buff. Or
Let's see. +2 strength. Or you know what? No, better idea. +2 charm. Courage buff? Yeah.
it might reduce your like the finesse buff.
Yeah.
Make you stagger a bit.
Let's see. And then like let's see, if you consume 2, you gain the hangover status effect. If you consume 3, you gain the poison status effect. Then the raw egg. Courage buff because like,
It has a use.
Yeah, the raw egg is useful for something.
It's not just put in to be gross.
No, it's not just put in to be gross and a joke, though it is entirely those things. It is also... It is also just, like, fucking... Just, like, an actually useful thing. And, like, I'm imagining now, like, maybe like, you come across some grapes and you don't think they're fermented, but they are. And they give you hangover if you eat them. That's when some raw eggs might come in handy. You know?
My gnome pyre robot drinking raw egg and dying.
My gnome pyre robot drinking raw egg. That's a wonderful idea. You should make that a character if you ever play this, BB. You should absolutely make that a character in this, I think. So I feel like for items, let's see, we got Cinder Chili, we got Mighty Mint. I feel like one extra spice would be helpful in this scenario, you know? I feel like one extra spice would probably do us some good. So,
You had turmeric
Yeah, I
written
did.
down.
I did.
What was your thought on that?
I just like turmeric.
Oh.
I like it as a spice. I'm just not sure what to do with it. Maybe like... Oh, you know what would be... You know what would be a good one, actually? Garlic.
Ooh. Garlic is so good in real life, though.
It is. It is. It is so good. You put on some meat, or... I'm a vegetarian, I don't eat meat anymore. But, like you put some garlic in some soup, or some garlic on, like, some roasted
Garlic
veggies.
bread.
Garlic bread, yes! I don't know if you've ever made your own garlic bread, but it's so fucking good.
Yeah, it is.
It is so good. Oh my god. Anyway, garlic. Here's an idea. Resistance to... necrotic damage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, vampires.
I
Vampires...
feel like, with the stereotype of, like, garlic smells bad, it would probably be like, it reduces your charm or something.
Let's see. I'll say if you consume 2 -2 charm. I kind of like the idea that, like, if you consume 2, that's like that. Well, like, I like this general idea of, like, garlic bread is divine. I like this general idea of, like, spices, like, if you consume too many of them.
Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, my dog.
Aww. My
He doesn't like me being on the phone sometimes.
It's okay.
He's like, how dare you give attention to other people?
Yeah, how dare you have friends?
How dare you be social?
Yeah, my gnome pyre robot has never experienced garlic bread. I mean, you don't know that. How long have they been a vampire?
Yeah, they'll never experience it again.
No. I mean, not if they don't want extreme pain. But, like, that's kind of what I imagine is that garlic, like, if you, like, only get a little bit of it, like, your vampire just gets, like, hives. If your gnome pyre robot is ever on death row, their last meal should be garlic bread. In what scenario would you be on death row in this game? I feel like that would be an awesome campaign idea. God, this whole thing is just great at generating campaign ideas, I think. You know?
Resistance to necrotic damage. It's his backstory to try garlic bread again. He'll die dramatically in someone's arms in the end. No mass murder might land you on death row. That is true. Y'all keep that in mind with all this gnome eating. I don't know. I don't know if it's a good idea to eat all these gnomes. You know, could be a crime.
Someone in the party is found with a bag of ground up gnome bones.
Make gnome murder illegal. Gnome murder is already illegal. God, imagine it'll be fun. Anyway, yeah, I mean, imagine, like, trafficking gnome bones. That sounds terrible. I love it.
I like how that's phrased, like, all other murder is completely legal.
Yeah.
Specifically, gnome murder is the only one that's illegal.
Well, the thing is, I'd imagine murder is, like, not legal, and then, like, murder gets you life in prison. No murder gets you, like, a week on parole. Like, that's what I'd imagine.
If any other murder is frowned upon.
Yeah. I mean, any other murder is, like, terrible. No murder is just like, oh, that sucks. Oh, well. You win some, you lose some.
Make gnomes a spice.
Gnomes are a delicacy, make them a spice. If it lands me on death row, so be it. It will be worth it for that sweet gnome meat. Oh, God, I kind of hate chat right now. God, why are y'all so morbid? Anyway, I actually...
gonna end up with a campaign with a character similar to Lady Domitresque from making wines out of gnomes.
Gnome blood. That sounds awesome, actually. Actually, this is good. I feel like we've got an adequate number of items right now. I will come up with their prices later and, like, other stuff, because that is kind of busy work, and I'm better at doing that off-stream. But yeah. Also, like, what I'm thinking for character creation is that you get, like, a set amount of money, and you can spend it on whichever sort of things you like, you know? So, like, if you want a quartz orb and, like, an iron spear, then you can have those things, you know? But yeah. In terms of, like, clothing options, right? I do want that to be a little bit more, like, customizable than, like, most other RPGs, you know? Like, I want it to be, like, your character actually wears, like, the stuff that is in their design. So, like, you got plague masks, you got bell collars, you got lab coats, you got straw hats, stuff like that. Is there anything you or chat would like to see?
Can't think of anything right now. I'm kind of just going up and down the list looking through it.
That's fine. That's very fine. If you can't think of anything right now, we don't gotta do anything. Cap of gnome skin. Why y'all always gotta make it weird? God. You know, actually, that does give me kind of an idea for an item. Not like gnomes. I'm not doing gnome bones. But We all know the monkey's paw. Gnome hat with
A
Beth.
gnome hat.
Actually, I drank water and choked. I'm very sorry, trainer. I actually do like the idea of a gnome hat, but not like a hat made of gnome skin, just like a hat that a gnome would wear. So I'm doing that. I'm gonna figure out the stats later. Anyway. So I feel like this more or less gets us to a state where like this game is like playable enough. Harvested off of gnome corpses. Y'all are sick. Y'all, I don't know what y'all need, but y'all are not well. Anyway. So, we got the gnome hat, lads. It's like a hat a gnome would. Did you say the game's playable? I would say that as with all this content, it is relatively in a playable enough state. I need more ibuprofen, valid. I just got to sort out some of the more granular technical stuff. That said, the creative side, I think, is more or less covered by this. There's only one thing I want to add a little bit more before the stream wraps up, and before I, like, polish this all up and share it, and, like, possibly play it with some people, which is, I do want to come up with a few more traits. I really like the ones we have so far. I really like these ones, and I want to make more, like, sort of evocative traits. But yes, you can play as a gnome.
I had a quick question. I know that you said that you wanted to wrap up soon.
Yes.
But it says that there's going to be, like, different, I don't know how you would say, like, but biomes. So, like, the forest, the sea, mountains. Would any of those have, like, different mechanics for, like, traversing?
I will figure that out. Sort of what I'm thinking of is, like, the thing is, things that are, again, like, there's some things that I like to design off-stream, some things I like to design on-stream.
Yeah.
Off-stream, I like to design, like, the mechanics and the systems and, like, sort of the granular statistics of everything. On-stream, I like to, like, ideate, you know? I like to design content and stuff. That said, what I'm thinking is, there could be sort of, like, different kinds, like, travel, I'm thinking I want to give more mechanics to. Because, like, the game's all about travel, you know? It's all about going into the wilderness, whatever biome that is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, sort of what I kind of am considering is, like, a pool of sort of related encounters, you know? That you could pull from for any given biome. So, like, once I flesh that system out, once I, like, have just a couple more traits and, like, all of the items and monsters and stuff that are there are, like, more or less figured out, I think I will have it in a playable enough state that I can, like, actually start playing it with people and playtesting it and stuff. And y'all can too, you know? By all means. Like, if you want, then, like, I'd be happy to, like, have y'all play it and hear your feedback. You know? I'd be
That
really
sounds
happy.
awesome, though.
Thank you.
Like, I can't wait to play this game.
Epic. You will be one of the first to be able to do so. You know?
Yes.
I'll set... Well, the thing is, my plan is, I will try and set up a game with you and Brian and maybe a couple other people. Hell yeah, you guys. Anyone who's interested, like, this is an open invitation for you to join in the game playtest process, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. At your earliest convenience, of course, I will try and schedule a stream with everybody who's interested. My gnome pyre robot. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I keep reading Gnomepire and thinking like an empire filled of gnomes, and not a vampire gnome.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear about schoolwork though. Sorry to hear about all the schoolwork. That said, if you ever want to come around for like the second playtest or whatever, that is completely kosher. You know, you want to like kind of join in, that's fine. I'm cool with that. Anyway, so like, actually for the playtest, I don't know if I'll like stream it or not, but this is again an open invitation for anyone who wants to join. Yeah, I'll see. Awesome. Anyway. Traits. What do we want our characters to actually be like and or be able to do?
I'm trying to find the list. Oh, there it is. Okay.
So yeah, we got Thembo, we got Gnomish, Vampiric, Clinician, Hierophant, Brawler, Caustic. I just saw the Thembo trait, I love it. We all love the Thembo trait, I think. Everyone I've spoken to loves the sort of Thembo trait. Yeah, thank you so much, Jace. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, I mean, like,
So,
yeah.
well, I just had the thought of like, if there's gnomes, what if there's like the opposite and just orcs? So like, there's the tiny people, and then there's the mountain of a person.
I like that a lot. +3 strength. Let's see. What about orcs? What about them?
Oh geez. Well, I'm looking at Brawler, and I see that one's also strength-based.
Yeah. So, like,
I'm trying to think of how
Brawler is more like trained martial person, you know? Like someone who's adept.
So maybe an orc would probably be more like barbaric.
Yeah, a little bit more
ruthless.
just like, yeah, not necessarily like, you know, or I'm gonna kill you because you looked at me funny, but like definitely
more
like,
ruthless.
Definitely like you could punch them really hard and they would not feel anything.
Yeah.
That's the kind of orc I think I want to go for, is just a fucking brick house of a person. Let's see. So like I think a good one for that would be like if you have not moved on your turn, see, all incoming damage is halved. I think that's cool. What do we want kind of their trade-off trait to be?
I feel like it's a bit stereotypical, but like lower intelligence.
Sort of. Sort of. I feel like that is a little bit stereotypical, but I'd like to
Yeah.
make it a little bit less than just like. I'd like to make it a little bit less like just -2 intelligence, because like -2 ingenuity in this case, because like that's not very
Yeah.
interesting, you know.
What if they don't, like, they're not as faithful, like they have a lower faith, like they don't follow the same religion as, like, say the humans in the town.
That's a good idea, actually. That's actually not a bad idea. I kind of like that. That like they have less. They're just not as overtly like religious in that sense, and like they. And as a result, like. Oh, you know what would be kind of cool? Cannot be affected. Like, there's this. Could be less mobile if they are really strong. That's also true. Affected by miracles, which is like a kind of spell. Both from allies and enemies. So, like, they're just kind of, like, neutral to, like, all the faith stuff. So it can't really affect them either way. So they can't really be healed by, like, faith magic stuff, but they also can't, like, be hit by, like, a holy shock and die. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that sounds cool, actually.
Thanks.
Like, that seems like a
Yeah, it seems like kind
nice.
of a... Yeah? Sorry, you were saying?
I was just saying that it sounds nice.
Alright, epic.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I feel like it'd be, like, kind of a good balancing thing, because, like, most enemies are not going to be using exclusively, like, miracles, but you might have a party member that's mostly using miracles to heal, and they can't really heal you, so you gotta rely on more food. So orcish, like, that sort of thing. And then, like... Then probably, like... all weapons grant a flat 4 attack bonus. Sorry, I should say a base 4 attack bonus.
I like the idea of them being less mobile.
I do too, honestly. Maybe that could be another sort of thing.
It's like being so big is gonna make you
Yeah.
have to.
Yeah. I really like that, honestly. I really like that. Let's see. Can only move 3 spaces. And that kind of makes the have not moved thing make a little bit more sense. Because if you have so little movement, it's like not moving is like a viable sort of thing to do.
Yeah,
More
if you're gonna
often.
be a brick wall, be a brick wall.
Hell yeah. And like I like the idea that like they're like, whereas the brawler is like more adept at like weaponless, orcs are more adept like with weapons.
Yeah.
I like that sort of flavor to them, you know, like without a weapon they're like they don't know what to do with their hands basically, but with a weapon they're like in their element combat wise. There is kind of one I thought of just like while we were talking about like,
yeah, the
healing.
culinarian.
Yes,
The one that sounds like it should be a religion.
exactly.
Oh, what if they get even more of a bonus with the spices?
That actually sounds great. That actually sounds awesome. Let's see.
Or if like they prepare food to give to someone else and that person also
Yeah.
gets like an added benefit.
Yeah, that actually sounds great. I actually really like that.
They can make actually edible stuff out of the
Out of
slop.
like out of the slop. That's actually a great idea. Actually, spices they use always when using spices they always have the effect of two uses. I like that as sort of a trade-off, you know, because usually the two use the double spicing is not like desirable, but like sometimes
Yeah.
it is, you know. So it makes it a little bit more of like a counterplay thing, I think.
Yeah, like you could get the second effect much quicker,
Yeah.
but that also means that you're getting the second bad effect much quicker.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of like that.
Speed running that.
Hell yeah. Speed running alcoholism. Yeah. Let's see. Power shake is just all the spices and raw egg, but there's also a chance it kills you. Oh my god, that's awesome.
It puts you in cardiac arrest.
That's awesome. I love that. I'm gonna put it in right now.
That was a joke, but okay.
No, yeah, I kind of love that. I kind of love that. Thank you for that idea. Anyway, so then, like, culinarian, see, any food eaten by the party the heals an additional 2d6 HP. And is that kind of good? I feel like that's good for the culinarian.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Anyway, let's see. What I feel like one more trait would be good for this. What trait though?
I was thinking of something that's like either a dancer or like an aerobics artist, like someone who's like really buffed out on finesse.
Acrobat?
Yeah,
Alright, cool.
something like that. Like, what would the downside of that be?
The downside of that would be, let's see, probably you're squishy. If you're that nimble, you're probably gonna die from like being touched by a baby. You know, that's what I'd
Yeah.
imagine. Physical. Downside is easy to throw. Made against you deal.
I was thinking they could also maybe have like a negative to survival, like they're always practicing like
Oh, that's a good idea.
whatever. They never go outside. They're like, what is grass? Could punt into the sun.
Could punt into the side. Yeah, that honestly, these are good ideas. Yeah. All right, physical attacks made against you deal an extra 2d6 damage. So then, what else? What else? What else? Let's see.
What if they have an increased movement speed?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
Just zipping around the forest.
Yeah. That's honestly a great idea. And then like, I think with the additional finesse, it's like, I think also they'd be kind of sneaky, like hard to pin down, you know. Or oh, you know what would make sense is like,
Oh, like a dodge ability.
yeah, if you let's see, if you don't move on your turn as a reaction, you can automatically dodge one incoming attack. I kind of like that. I think.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Thanks. Yeah, I think like with kind of the added movement, it makes it more of a like weighted decision. You know, especially like with all the other sort of decisions. So yeah, I think like if I maybe add a few things, clean up a few things, clarify a few things, this should be ready for a first play test. I'm honestly really happy. I'm really happy with how this is.
Yeah, this sounds sick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm glad it sounds so interesting. Cause like honestly that kind of was my goal in making a game. I'd hope it wouldn't be boring. Anyway, yeah. Thank you. So I think now is a good time to kind of wind down the stream. It looks amazing. You really put a lot into this. Thank you so much, Jace. So yeah. Thank you everyone in chat for contributing your great ideas. And also seek therapy for all the gnomes. For all the gnome shit, you know? Just like
maybe stay away from the garden gnomes for a while.
Stay away from the garden gnomes for a while. just lay off that a little bit. No, but for real, thank you so much, everyone in chat, for joining. And thank you so much for guest starring, Pigment. It was so awesome having you on here.
Thank you for inviting me.
Of course. I can't see therapy. I'm a psych major. Therapists have therapists. I don't know what to tell you. Like, every therapist I know has a therapist.
Do literal reverse psychology on yourself.
Yeah. Anyway. Again, thank you so much for guest starring. You were a great help. You were a great help,
No
Pigman.
problem.
It was
Yeah.
awesome having you.
Yeah, it was fun being here.
Epic. And I will let you know I'm so glad you had fun being here. I will let you know the second that this is in playtesting order and we can schedule an actual game. Because, like, I'm really excited to
I'd love
actually...
to do that.
Hell yeah. See, sorry I couldn't offer... Trainer, you offered a lot, okay? You helped us come up with an entire, like, multiple enemy types, right? That does not count for nothing. Right? Don't be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, you were a lot of help.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much. So yeah, you guys, if that is all, I suppose I'll see you later. Thank you again for everything. Yeah. You guys have a good one.
Bye-bye.